Students, in previous class we discussed about the projectile motion. That was a horizontal projection. Today I am going to discuss like this. That is horizontal projection. Horizontal projection. Right. Horizontal projection means the body is projected from certain height. That means a body is projected from this much height and after some time it comes to the ground. This is the situation. Right. Now the Cartesian coordinate system, in this case we will consider just opposite to this. This line I will consider as x-axis, that is OX, x, and bottom to this, though it looks that it is negative, but this will a positive value. So OY, right? This is positive. This is y-axis and x-axis. Whenever a body undergoes the horizontal motion after projection, the body will have two velocities simultaneously to proceed it. One, due to horizontal motion, it will go in the horizontal direction, and other, due to the vertical acceleration due to gravity, it will just come down. So the path of the projectile body will be like this, right? That we have to now calculate. We have to find out about the equation of the or we can say the trajectory of a projectile motion. Now see here, this is OY, let it is A, right? At any instant of time, let the particle reach this point after time t. The coordinate of this is, let it be pxy. That means after time t, the body reached at point P by covering the distance, horizontal distance x, and what about the vertical distance? This is y. Then the object reached to point P. First of all, consider for the for horizontal motion, you start for horizontal motion. Right, for horizontal motion, you see the distance covered is x. I am applying the formula S is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay. In horizontal motion, A is 0. In this case, A is equal to 0, right? So S is equal to, S means in this case S is equal to x. So x is equal to, we have u, right? And the time we mention as t. So t will be equal to, we can write x upon u. This is equation number 1, right? Now come to vertical motion. For vertical motion, see, in vertical motion, again the formula that I will apply is S is equal to ut plus half a into t square, right? Here the distance S is y. So we have y is equal to, what about u? In the vertical motion, the initial vertical velocity is 0. Initial vertical velocity is 0. Why 0 here? Because u is equal to 0 in vertical motion. So 0 into t plus half into a. For a, this is coming vertically downward, so the value of g will be positive and t square. So this y is equal to g t square upon 2. Okay. Now put the value of t from equation 1. From equation 1, we can write, from equation 1, we have y is equal to gt square. So g, okay, g and g into g by 2 into t square. For t square we have x square upon u square. That is, the whole equation becomes, you see, like this, g upon 2u square into x square. This side quantity g by 2u 2u square is constant. So y is equal to, actually if I write like this, k x square, where k is equal to a constant g upon 2u square. Then y, k is constant we have considered. Now y is equal to kx square. This represents a parabolic path of symmetry in y-axis. Because this is the equation of y. This is all about the equation of horizontal projection. You note down it. Important terms, right? First thing is time of flight. I have to calculate. That means how much time the body will take to reach at this point. That means time of flight is indicated by t, and the height of this, let it be h. The height of the tower from where the body has thrown, let it be h. Now we have the formula s is equal to ut plus half at square. Apply this formula and considering the vertical motion. For vertical motion, okay, s is equal to h. Vertically the distance covered is s, and u, initial vertical velocity is 0. So 0 multiplied by t plus half. For a we have g, right, and t we will give here capital T. Now so t square will be equal to how much? 2h upon g. Ultimately t will be equal to under root 2h upon g. This is the expression for time of flight. Okay. Next term that we are interested to calculate is horizontal range. And you know that horizontal range is indicated by letter R. That means this much distance. If I just take it as A, then YA is called horizontal range. Now consider the horizontal motion right now. Horizontal motion. ओके, इस बार हम लोग क्या कंसिडर करेंगे? हॉरिजॉन्टल मोशन को, और इसमें देखेंगे वही फार्मूला फिर अप्लाई करना है, एस इज इक्वल टू यू टी प्लस हाफ ए टी स्क्वायर। और आपको पता है कि जब हॉरिजॉन्टल मोशन होगा तो यहाँ पर ए जीरो होगा, हॉरिजॉन्टली देयर इज नो एक्सेलरेशन, और इसमें जो फ्रिक्शन वगैरह है नेग्लेक्टिंग द फोर्स ऑफ फ्रिक्शन। एस इज इक्वल टू यू टी प्लस हाफ ए टी स्क्वायर, ए जीरो है, एस हमारा कितना डिस्टेंस दिया हुआ, आर इज इक्वल टू आपका हॉरिजॉन्टल रेंज, आर इज इक्वल टू u into t. For u is u, and for t we have to put here t. Now in this equation we have just derived the expression for t is under root 2h by g. So this is equal to under root 2h upon g, and this is the expression for horizontal range. Okay. Finally we will taking into consideration about the velocity. Last portion is the third point, the velocity at point A, velocity at point A. That velocity will be like this. Okay, now see the horizontal velocity at point A, the horizontal velocity, if I indicate it as ux, the horizontal velocity ux is constant throughout the journey. Ux is constant, right? This is constant. So the velocity is, horizontal velocity is how much? This is ux. What about the vertical velocity? At this point we know the time is t. So for vertical motion you have the formula. What is that formula to calculate the velocity? V is equal to u plus gt. Apply this formula. V is equal to, I have to calculate, so V is equal to Vy for vertical motion, and u is equal to, vertical is 0, plus g and the time is t, right? So Vy is equal to gt. Both horizontal and vertical, this is horizontal motion and this is vertical, both are perpendicular to each other and making an angle 90 degree. That means the resultant velocity v we will write like this: vx square, okay, plus vy square. So vx square is equal to u square plus vy is g square and t square. This is about the vertical motion, vertical velocity of the projectile motion. This way we can calculate the vertical velocity. Now if I am considering the angle, you see that we are taking just this part, then this is downward here, and if this making an angle beta and I just take it as like this, then tan beta, okay, tan beta is equal to this tan beta. If this angle is beta, then for calculating angle, right, I am just giving here the small portion for calculating angle. Let beta be the angle that velocity makes with x-axis. Okay, so tan beta will be equal to, here if it is coming down, then tan beta is equal to vertical, that is Vy upon Vx. Now put the value. What is the value of Vy? Vy I have just calculated, the Vy is equal to gt. So this is equal to gt upon Vx is u. So ultimately beta is equal to, we can write tan inverse gt upon u. This is the expression for the angle if it is required to calculate. This is all about the projectile motion that I discussed today. Okay, I suppose you all understood the things well.